Good morning, children. This is Miss Tara D, and this is the weekly reading for September 19th to the 25th. Before we start, let's cleanse our area, blow away all negativity, and with positive intentions, we ask our spirit guides and the universe to speak to us through our tarot cards. Okay. So before we begin, I just want to give a shout out to a dear friend of mine, Tamara, DeGaea. I think I'm mispronouncing her name. You know Miss Tara D, she's horrible with names, but she'll forgive me because she loves me and I love her. So she has her own Facebook group, Beginners Tara, I think it is. I'm so bad. I'm on it all the time and I can't remember the name. However, I digress. She wrote this little book. It's Tara Rapid Read Resources. And let me tell you, it's an amazing little book. It has so much information. It is so well written. It gets to the point of things. And literally, it's so paper thin that you could fit it into your pocketbook. Miss Tara D carries this all over. It's a really quick reference guide. And like I said, it has a lot of wonderful information. So I highly recommend that you research it and that you buy it. I'm going to put her link on the bottom, as well as the link to her Facebook group. You should all join. It's a wonderful group. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to give a little shout out because she is a dear. She's also an herbalist. She has a store out in Nebraska or Alaska, some kind of Alaska. And she's got her own blend and she grows her own herbs and she teaches classes on it, on botany and herbalism, and she makes teas. And I mean, she's just such a wonderful earth mother. You know, she reminds me of an empress or maybe a queen of pentacles, just very earthy, very wonderful, very loving, very kind person. She also has workshops, online workshops. They're 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. It depends. And they're about $12. And they're so informative and you learn so much, and they're live. And you get to practice reading with other students. And it's for brand new beginners or experts. So from time to time, Miss Tara D, she sits in her kitchen and she puts on her little laptop and she takes a class because it's just so much fun to meet people from all over the world. I've read cards with people from Spain and England and Australia, and it's just a beautiful thing to meet other people. So look for the links below, okay? Beautiful, beautiful workshop classes. All right, so let's get ready. Let's shuffle our deck for Spirit. Please guide us for the week of September 19th to the 25th. Oh, speaking of which, the first card I pulled was the Empress. Look at that. Yeah, and the Queen of Swords. Look at that. What a beautiful spread for today. Okay. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so for the week of the 19th to the 25th, it seems like that's going to be a really full week. A lot of prosperity. Things are feeling like they're coming together, which should be wonderful considering the read from the 12th to the 18th. It was really feeling a little overwhelming where you had to make some tough choices. And it seems like for this week, you've made some really good choices where things are starting to feel better. Things are starting to, mature, and, things are starting to grow, and things are starting to feel more fulfilling. I also feel a more feminine quality to this week. The Empress, I feel a sense of nurturing, a sense of safety and comfort. I really feel this week is going to be the opposite of the week before, where the week before was really a lot of stress. And a lot was being put on you, and you had to figure out, look at all your options and start seeing what you needed to do, and you had to prioritize. This week feels like, I can breathe. Okay? I'm feeling nurtured. I'm feeling safe. I'm feeling like I can take some time out for me. I could take a step back and I can just chill and I can just kind of get a sense of where I'm at and just do some self exploration and evaluation and develop some really good insight to where I am, to where I am now. I think the 2 weeks before was such a growing part of you. You learned so much about yourself that you really started to grow. And I think this week you're really seeing how much you've grown and how strong you are. And I think what I love is the other third card for that week. It's the Queen of Swords. And I really feel like you've learned your truth. Okay? Ms. Tara D always talks about our authentic selves. And I think here you finally learned the truth about who you really are and how strong you really are. And you speaking, it's time for you to find your voice and speak your truth. So good for you. Let's see. Alrighty. I'm looking at some of the challenges for that week. And I feel like what's happening that week, that in finding your truth, you're awakening up to a better part of who you are. And you're really enjoying this new you. But in doing so, you almost want to keep all this joy and all this happiness to yourself. You're not ready to let other people in, and you're not ready to let other people see this part of you that you've grown into. Okay? Which is fun. It's totally okay because this is your journey and you have to do it in your time. Okay? I also see you're not ready to stop this journey. Okay? You want to keep growing and you're very excited and you want to move and this and that. But you need to also take some downtime. Okay? You need to pace yourself. Okay? It's a very metamorphic week for you. The caterpillar is becoming this beautiful butterfly. Which is an amazing time in your life. Okay. So we're seeing the reverse magician, the 5 of swords in reverse, and then we're seeing the 10 of wands. All right. Yeah. I think, this is all very good for you. I think, the magician reverse and the 5 of swords in reverse and the 10 of wands is you're ready to let go of some of your old behaviors that just weren't working for you. They weren't working. They weren't manifesting anything, it almost get the feeling that for a long time you were just flying under the radar, doing as little as possible, and hoping you didn't get caught for it. And I think you're ready to put that down. You're ready to own up to your mistakes. You're ready to own up to some lazy, I want to say lazy behavior, because I don't think you did anything bad. I just think you weren't really meeting your true potential. Okay? You weren't, yeah. You were really doing a disservice to you, not to anyone else, honey. Not to anyone else. You were doing a disservice to you. You were taking shortcuts that really weren't working out. You were being a little lazy. You were procrastinating. That's kind of what I see here. And I think there's that part of you that you're going through this transformation and you're realizing, like, I could be better than this. I am better than this. It's time to put down those bad habits and start to really pull my own weight, to be the person that I'm meant to be the man that I am, to be the woman that I am, or, whoever I'm being called to be. The universe is calling you to be more than what you believe you could be, So this is a very powerful, powerful reading. This reading should be encouraging to you. If you're hearing this message, it's because you needed to hear it, because you've been having a couple of rough weeks and you've been doing all you could to stay afloat. And you've been doing some really wonderful work on yourself. You haven't given up. And this now, it's telling you, you're coming to a new era in your life. And it's making you such a strong person. Look at this. Okay, we have a Queen of Swords, such a powerful individual, a woman who sits in her own truth. And I love that she's facing out, because basically with the hand out, she's like, come on, come for me, honey, come for me. I can handle you. I can handle anything. And I also see that she's putting her hand out to you. She's putting her hand out to you, saying, come forward. Step out of the shadows. Move into the light. Be your authentic self. Whatever that may be, that's up to you and your higher power. Let's take a look at our Moonology cards. What a wonderful spiritual reading. Sometimes we get readings that are very mundane. They're very cut and dry. And then we get readings that really push us to our growth, through our full potential. We ask our spirit guides to speak to us. So spirit guide keeps saying the word dog, 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 dog. And whenever I hear that in my ear, I have to stop the reading and ask you, there is someone who's watching this message today whose dog isn't well. Their dog is having some medical problems. I'm seeing the dog in a hospital. It's a smaller dog. It's not a big dog. It's a smaller type of dog. And Spirit just wants me to tell you that your dog is going to be okay. Yes, they're going to get really good medical attention and your dog is going to be okay. Yes. So I just had to share that, because sometimes Spirit pulls on my ear and he wants me to say something that's outside. And I've learned I had to listen and I have to share that, okay? So if you're watching this channel and your dog is not well and they're in the hospital, they're going to do well, please leave your comment below. If this resonates with you, leave your comment below. Okay, Let's see what the Moonology cards have to say. Fixed moon, hold your vision. Interesting. Interesting. I really see this as your vision of self, of what you want to be. And I see this as something you've been working on your whole life, and you're getting to that point. This card almost reminds me of that saying, keep your eye on the prize. Hold your vision, keep your eye on the prize. Okay? You know who you want to be, and you know who you can be. Hold on to that dream. Hold on to that vision of self. Beautiful card. Ancestors and angels, we ask that you speak to us, that you give us your message. Yes, Spirit Guide. I know you already gave me a message for them, but that was for a particular person. Let us know what we need to hear from this reading. Wow. This is amazing. This is amazing. You saw how much I shuffled these cards, and look, we have the same oracle card that we received in the last week's reading. The great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Okay? When we say that the universe wants to speak to us, the universe really wants us to listen to what it's saying. Okay? What a coincidence, right? That out of all those cards, we get the same one from last week. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. And what are we talking about? This is going to be a very spiritual time for you. It's going to be a very important part of your life where you're going to grow. You're going to grow and you're going to glow. All right, children? So thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you get alerted to my videos. Hit the thumbs up. And please, please, please let your friends know about our channel so that we can build up our subscribership. All right. Blessed be. Goodbye, children.